合い入れてくださいよ先輩。
早っ。
抑え込みほら脱出してみてくだ。
部長の手をそこまで煩わせなくても。つべこべ言わず構えろ。全然動けない。
で一本っすよ。
もう無理。
何私が俺は私のテクニック。
Yeah, you can't be fat. Yeah, it's because of my skill. It's the funniest episode this season. It's because of my skill. Yeah, they calls him fat in a judo match. Yeah. So, hello, of course, time for Nagatoro. You know, I love my Nagatoro. What's it? 3, 2, 1, and go! Best comedy seriously. Yeah, so he's not breaking up with Nagatoro. Because Senpai told him he needs to focus on his school or something. Yeah, Senpai told him he needs to focus on his love. No, she told. He was like, you gotta go to school, right? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you're selling hentai? Nagatoro. And this goddamn bunny senpai appears. Like, this you can sell? Like, goddamn Nagatoro. She finds, weird bunny senpai's art, yeah. Her very, her very dirty art, yeah. This you could sell, senpai. We can make money selling her weird, weird art, man. Her art is definitely sellable. Her art is very sellable. Absolutely. Come on, I'm just getting hype, man. Oh yeah, it's like we can sell this senpai art. Okay, see what happens. Yeah, so he's gonna prepare, train harder, right? Maybe body workout. Oh, is she finally gonna do with Nagatoro? We know she's like a, martial art master, right? We saw it in his home, right? She got medals for like judo or something. So we might finally see. She's laying there like, yeah, senpai. She's like, I can never get rid of her, lazy bastard. She's laying eating candies, like, what was getting rid of her? But yeah, she trains a lot, so she's fit anyway, She exercises all the time. You watching me, senpai? Oh gosh, she's so annoying, man. She lies there like just showing her pantsu. Yeah, like you want it? You want senpai? Like, get away from me, you weirdo. You Kimoi. Well, if your girlfriend is like, lying in the couch, like doing some weird candy eating, you obviously be like, well, what's this doing? I see. I used prepared to draw human figures. Yeah, good escape, senpai. I need to. It's just so an excuse. I am drawing, human figures. So like, I was looking at you to be my art. Yeah, be my model. Here we go. Be my model, Nagatoro. You got the figure. Yeah, be my model. Oh, yeah, it's kind of adorable. Yeah, romantic invite there. Please be my, my muse, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, she's so happy. He asked her out. Basically, like asking her out, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess she's affected by Bunny Senpai and her modeling career, yeah. Bunny Senpai is a little more... It doesn't have to be like Bunny Senpai, right? Yeah, it could be like a normal... It can be like a normal, you know. Yeah. Yeah. But now she's like bored by it. She's like, I also wanna do something weird. Oh my god, they married again! Yeah, it's another business suit Nagatoro, yeah. Another business suit Nagatoro, yeah. Another grown-up Nagatoro. Yeah. Martial art Nagatoro, yeah. Mao Tai! That's what she's doing? It looks powerful, yeah. She's like a Mao Tai master, I don't know, Nagatoro probably... Nagatoro is just the best everything. She's the best. She's just an elite superhuman. Yeah, she's just the best at everything. She's like, I have mastered ninjutsu and karate and taekwondo and Muay Thai and judo and wing chun and capoeira. She's just the ultimate martial artist. Yeah, he's like, I have mastered every martial art. What's now? Taekwondo maybe? Jumping, kickboxing? Soften the legs. Is that her best pose? Okay, she can't do it. It's a real... This is the best. Psycho! Psycho! That's her natural pose. This kind of like... Ooh, that's naturally your best pose. Så det där! Så det där! Yeah, that's your best pose. Okay. This pose. It's kind of the 50-50% weight goat. It's like the middle pose between martial art usually. It looks like a 50% weighted pose. Yeah. This is the pose kind of when you're ready to, you know, like, I'd kick someone basically. Usually like a taekwondo pose, something like that, taekwondo pose. But usually it's a pose you aren't stand. Usually a pose you kind of in and out of, you know. Yeah. Usually it's like a pose you might have for a while. Yeah. This kind of how you pose to move around in taekwondo and so on. But not really a pose you would have. It's kind of error. It's almost like, oh, it's kind of hand. God damn it, Nagatoro. Why does everything has to be so etchy for her? It's like a pose between. Now here comes her real pose, yeah, neck clinch. Yeah, here comes the neck clinch, man. It's like, are you two doing it again? Damn pervs, yeah, you're doing it again. Yeah, here we go. She's love. Yeah, this is their weird romance making. Maybe she also martial art. Yeah, with her friends, right? They're like best friends, right? I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe that's how she met her, right? Now she leaves, she's embarrassed about it. The thing is that Nagatoro is like a champion martial artist, right? And she left for some reason and became a swimmer instead. Yeah, for some reason she became a swimmer instead, right? But I think that her friend, you know, because her besties, right? They're probably best friends before school started. I mean, she might be an older friend, right? Yeah, she might have known her before she started, you know, school. So maybe I'm thinking maybe that's how they met, right? Maybe they met, you know, at school, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe they met at school. At the dojo, I mean. Before school, I mean. So he does judo, though. So I done judo myself for like 7-8 years, you know. I started with judo when I was like 10-9. Judo is one of my, you know, own martial art for many years. Yeah, so I've been a judoka. And I competed in judo in many years, right? Going up and so on. Judo is sort of my, yeah, my core martial arts, we call it. But we see his friends again there in that episode. Oh, it's like a judo tournament arc? Tournament arc! Yeah, it is tournament arc! Oh my god, she's gonna train him, right? Yeah, I think she's gonna train him in judo, right? Tournament arc! She's gonna train him in tournament arc. I think Nagatoro is gonna probably give you some she probably give him some judo lessons, right? Because she's like a master judoka. So she's probably gonna teach Senpai judo. But I think that her friends might know her from the dojo before, right? Because again, they seem to... Yeah, and she seems to know judo herself. Or at least she knows that she's a judo master, right? Yeah, because she seems to know that she's a judo competitor, right? Yeah, so why didn't she leave? Why did she stop doing judo then? It might be some sad backstory, I don't think so, but maybe suddenly we can have like a sad backstory of her. Maybe her dad died in judo, I don't know, you know, she... Yeah, or maybe Nagatoro was too violent for judo, maybe Nagatoro was too badass. I don't even have any glasses. He's doing that. I'm just curious. He's telling the truth, goddammit. What's this? Oh. Gamo's fighting gym. Oh, I see her family is in a martial art team. Oh, I see. That's probably how she met Nagatoro, right? Yeah, her family runs a dojo or a gym or something, so... Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, her family, she's like a tomboy herself, right? Yeah, she's like an aggressive guy, right? Ah, there she is! Nagatoro! Warrior Nagatoro! Yeah. But I guess that makes sense that her family even runs a dojo, so... That's of course how she probably met Nagatoro, right? Yeah, you know, they're the same age. Started training in her dojo. I like it, yeah, I see her in her, like, gi there. Yeah. So that's probably how they become besties, right? Gamo fighting gym. Yeah, of course her mom is probably a badass tomboy. It's gonna be a tomboy style vibes now. Of course Gamo's family is like, yeah, like a bunch of crazy fighter guys. Yeah, here we go. The mouth tie, right? Yeah. Oh my god! Look at the abs! Look at the abs! Yeah, there we go. Nagatoro abs! Yeah. Of course Gamo is also like... Of course Gamo is also like... you know, like a badass warrior lady. I love it. Yeah, her besties. And now she's embarrassed by, you know... She punches her immediately, of course. But now she gets embarrassed. Senpai is looking at her super hot abs, man. She got... That's why she's so muscular, you know. Yeah, she's actually a badass. Yeah, you cheated! Everything counts in real fight. Yeah, God, I've got more. She's just like, everything counts. Yeah. In real life, there's no rules. Yeah, she's a bit too good revenge. She wouldn't beat them ever. Yeah, she's like, there's no rules of honor in martial arts. Yeah, it's like, okay. But yeah, Nagatoro and Mautai, you know. It's actually a stalker. Where'd she go? She invited me. Yeah, basically. She invited me. Your best friend invited me to her gym. You can come and stalk her. Exactly, it's my guest. You can't do it with him. I invited him. Gamusha, you can't just... Yeah, I like it. Gamusha, it's my family's gym. He's my guest. He can be here for free. Super annoying. Gamusha is like... Yeah, Gamusha is like... He's allowed to be here. He's my guest. Yeah, he can be here for... Yeah, like, you can't kick him out. He wants to win judo, I guess. Yeah, I guess he wants to win the judo. Interesting. Senpai actually cares about all the art, I mean not because about his girlfriend, I mean like from a sport thing. We haven't seen him before, but I guess he kind of did want to learn skiing last episode, but still, like, you know, like he actually wants to, yeah, be a judo competitor. Oh my god, look at that, Nagatoro in her like Mao Tai, Kawaii Nagatoro in the gym. Yeah. Oh, that's adorable. Yeah, opposite master though, yeah. She would of course say yes, right? Can they ask Gamo though? I would imagine that Gamo is pretty good too though. That she's also pretty good if her family runs a martial art place. Oh man. The back thing, Nagatoro and her huge ass, man, yeah. My god. This episode is badass, man. Tomboy, martial art, very Tomo-chan vibes of it, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, look at this body here, man. Yeah, Nagatoro in her. My god. Yeah. I will train you. You better win, Senpai. Last time he lost the skiing anyway. Okay, here we go, yeah. She put on the black belt. Nagatoro! Yeah, martial arts is typical judo, right? You usually warm up.
できてはいますね
Usually you warm up with rolling, right? So for falling techniques, so usually you can.
昼飯行くけどどうする？
後でいい先輩は
家で食べてきた。じゃあ
Okay.
しばらく留守番頼
Oh,
むよ。
you can stay there. You can own gym, yeah. She can borrow her friend's gym, I guess, when she wants to. Yeah. Don't have funny ideas, Senpai! This is not about ecchi time now, yeah. Go to the gym by herself, she can roll around, don't think about sex. I love this Nagatoro in her black belt, yeah, looking looking all pissed off. Yeah, like, let's go, Senpai! Yeah. It's like, martial art in Nagatoro. I don't want to, actually! It's hot, but also scary, man. She's like a scary monster. Yeah, exactly. No goddamn dirty tot, Senpai. Yeah. Of course she's gonna own him. She's gonna bully him. He's put himself in the hell, man. Nagatoro's gonna own him in judo now. Yeah. He put himself in heaven and hell. This is like between heaven and hell, man. This is also amazing and also terrible at the same time. This is between heaven and hell, man. This is like this is the worst and the best you can ever be as a human. Being tortured by Nagatoro in like a weird ecchi way. Yeah, it's like you do Nagatoro, man, and crying laughter, man. This is like the worst, best thing ever for you, man. Oh my god. Exactly. Even girls last longer than you, pathetic. Man, this is some femdom stuff here, man. Yeah, Nagatoro owning him. He's just getting too ecchi, though. It's because it's fat. It's too heavy. Yeah, you can't be fat. Yeah, it's because of my skill. This is the funniest episode this season. It's because of my skill. Yeah, they call him fat in a judo match. Yeah. You're not heavy, you bastard! Oh god! Laughing right now. Yes, you're so heavy and powerful. I'm not fat. This is my skill, Senpai. I'm just way better martial artist than you. I'm just a judo master. Yeah, you can't call me fat like that. Misinterpreted this information. But Gamo, yeah. She's like a badass though, so. I was gonna throw her. The own service of judo. Yeah, she got her black belt on after all, right? She got her gi there. Yeah. Freaking judo master Nagatoro. But I do love that Gamo runs the gym. It makes sense that Gamo runs a dojo, right? Because she's also a very aggressive, Gairu tomboy as well, right? Quite masculine person, right? Because she grew up in her parents, like her dad's and mom's like martial art dojo place. She's Tomo-san, yeah. She's like, I like to fight people, yeah. Makes sense. Oh man, oh my god. When Senpai called her fat, man, I cried laughing when Senpai calls her fat. Oh my god. But like I said, I wish they explained my theory that her and Gamo became besties at the dojo, but that probably makes sense right there. That's probably how they, like I said earlier. Yeah, I didn't explain how they met or whatever, but it seems to be that Gamo, very likely, right, that she, came to her parents' dojo. For some reason, Nagatoro used to be like the best judoka, right? So there is, I see, she's too good. She's a good bored by it. Yeah, exactly. I recognize this. Very relatable. She's one punch man. Yeah, she's a one punch man person. She's one punch. She's one thrower. She's too good at judo, so no one could defeat her. Yeah, she got bored by it because she was the the pinnacle of judo master. So no one could beat her. Yeah, so she got bored by it. This is very relatable. I was like a punch man because it's so relatable. I explained after in the report. People think I'm joking, but I'm being obviously factual here in my own life. But man, my cheek hurts. I laugh so much that my throat hurts, man. This is causing fat. You're so heavy, I can't get up. Even though you're a girl, it's just like, you gotta be fat. It's my technique. It's my technique, you bastard. Well, yeah, he calls her pretty and amazing, yeah. You're both badass and flirting with me, yeah. You're both attractive and badass, Nagatoro. You're the ultimate tomboy, yeah. You're cool. Yeah, that's a cute scene, yeah. He's like, I love you, basically, yeah. You're amazing, Nagatoro. Can I marry you? Yeah, after the credits, yeah. But yeah, I can explain my life story. No, but I said always say One Punch Man, right? I love One Punch Man. And the concept of One Punch Man, I don't think it's that foreign for people like me, you know, are awesome. No, but seriously, right? I always been the best at everything. And in my life, right, very often have I really quickly mastered something. For example, sports, right? And it is really troublesome when you master something. Like, when I say master, but basically you reach a level that no one else can beat you, right? At the current place you're at. Happened to me many times, right? For example, I played table tennis, right? With big thing in Sweden, in China, so right? And I'm very good at table tennis, ping pong, whatever you call it, right? And the same thing there. Like, first you kind of struggle with it, then you get your own racket, I got my own style, and suddenly no one can beat me anymore, right? Then I mastered that kind of, that sit to the region, right? But then you get bored by it, you know, yeah. Then you get bored by it, because you train a lot, right? You beat everyone. Now I could beat everyone in this, I don't know, 500,000 city, kind of this population here, right? But no one is good enough to beat me, right? I need to go to another country, I need to go to another bigger city, whatever, right? Maybe there's someone else, somewhere out in another city that's better than me, right? Or comparable. But that gets, then they get bored, right? Suddenly you win every game at the place that you like, or you're playing at, and you're like, okay. So I've happened to be many times in my life. Now I have after, and I have to play more again after it. But it's not something happened to me many times in many sport and so on. You get really bored by it, yeah. And I've been the best player in the world now in some games, and the same thing there too when you get bored by it because you're so good, right? So yeah, they're like, you traded him judo. Or back into judo, dojo. What's happening? Oh, is Senpai gonna be pervy again? Something weird? She's also like, let's do judo with my big oppies. Yeah, it's gonna be weird, man. She's probably just gonna show him her oppies because she's just a weirdo. I think she just likes judo because accidentally my clothes falls off. Yeah, the cat friend, your cat. She's like, the other cat girls keep telling me. Yeah, I see. She's probably gonna be like, let's do judo, and drops her clothes. Yeah, I think she's just something stupid with Senpai. How she wants to... Exactly, she just wants to fight him because accidental, my oppa flies or something. She's probably wearing nothing under her gi, right? Yeah, of course she has nothing under her gi. She's not wearing any under gi, right? She's a complete weirdo, yeah. She's not nothing under her gi, I knew it, yeah, I knew it. She's of course wearing nothing under her gi because she's like a hardcore Budoka. And now the oppa is all like, oh my god, this scene! And now he gets tried, and then Nagatoro has to come and save him. Get away from my boyfriend! Yeah, she's strangling me with her oppies. I knew it. I knew it. She's gonna come in there with she's wearing nothing under her gi. I will fight you with my powers. She's such a weirdo. Why is she fighting? It's a red opportunity. Senpai is like, I think I will pick. No, I picked Nagatoro. Okay, he loves Nagatoro, so of course he did. Yes, my spirit will continue in the art. Oh my god, a bunny Senpai. It's a weird bird. Yeah. But Nagatoro was to fight him because she's angry. But, I mean, it was so obvious that she... Oh, new character? What? The last second? Oh, it's for the sister. Yeah, okay. Last second, I'm guessing that is her sister. It looks exactly like Senpai. Yeah, it looks like her. The last character coming in there has to be her sister, right? That is same eyes. She got like smaller up eyes, but it has to be her her immortal, right? Yeah, I mean the last scene is definitely her younger sister. Certainly. But yeah, let's review it. But this is crime. I knew it, man. It's so obvious. And of course, goddamn Senpai. She's gonna come in there. She's a complete weird hen. She's a complete hen, man. She goes in there like, oh, I'm not wearing anything under my gi. It's like, why not? It's like, nope. Yeah, she's just like, yeah, let's fight. And of course, she has nothing under her gi. Because we all know that. Goddamn exhibitionism. He's like, this is kind of weird. You don't have any underwear in that? Yeah. My God, she's such a weirdo, man. She's so goddamn into it. But yeah, the new character appearing is definitely her sister, right? They got like almost exact same eyes and so on, and the same hair. She's just shorter, right? And obviously have smaller op-eyes, but probably also got big op-eyes too, right? It's compared to her sister's probably has more reasonable size, right? But anyway, really fun episode. But yeah, I can really feel like I explained during the ending party, right? I've been there in many sports in my life, and also in games. So for example, when I was the best player in the world in Soul Arena, I was like ranked number 1, right? So I was the highest ranked player in the world. That got boring after a while, right? I kept winning, no one could beat me, like more than 100 wins in a row. And eventually you stop playing the game because you're like, okay, no one can challenge me anymore. It's really boring, right? I worked in this game myself. I made this video game a few years ago. I made many games in my life, right? I made this one game in my life. It's a strategy game. And no one's ever beaten me in that game when I play my real team, you know. It's a strategy game. It's turn-based. It's 100% skill-based. There's no random luck in it. And no one's ever beaten me when I play with my... you can make your own, you know, team strat, your own deck, what you call it, right? And if I play with my deck, so to speak, I've never lost a single game. That's 100% true, 100% win ratio in that game, and I stopped playing that game also, right? Even though my own game, I was worse than it, but like 2.5, 3 years, but still, I stopped playing that game, right? Because it's boring if even, you know, no one in the studio could beat me, right? Never, in working on it. Absolutely not. I was far better than anyone in studio. Then a few people out there in real life, right, out in the internet, had a chance, right, to be somewhat challenging, but no one could beat me either. I lost a few games if I played other decks, so to speak, right? But if I played my main deck, my favorite character, never lost with like 3-4 different decks that I really, you know, you call it imba then. But even if I had a mirror match, I wouldn't lose, right? So no, even people cope with exactly my army, I still would win that. So no, my build and so on, yeah. So it was crazy, and then I stopped playing my own game, right, you know? Because it's like, yeah, extra case you make a game yourself, obviously. But in that case, it's kind of obvious though, because I also made the game. I was the creative director of the game, and lead designer and so on, right? That kind of role. So I also designed the characters, so obviously I knew everyone's strength and weakness. And unfortunately, honestly, no one ever could, you know, figure it out better than me, you know what I mean? And honestly, you hear sometimes about people talking about, oh, it's so cool when people have these new strategies and combos and things and so on. Never happened in my game, seriously. The players never managed to come up with something I haven't seen, you know. All those crazy wombo ideas, but I myself am a very good player, right? So there was nothing, you know, surprising in that sense. I remember the CEO lied to a reporter about that the players come up with strategies we could never predict something. Complete bullshit. Everything we predicted has happened before happened, with different, you know, meta and strategy and so on. Absolutely. But anyway, reports that, yeah, it gets really boring. Like I really feel with Nagatoro, you know, I really recognize that, yeah, it gets really boring. And it happened to me too in some sports and games, etc. But eventually, you get so good at it, so no one can challenge you. Usually, like locally, like in city or whatever, right? And you get really bored by that. And then actually, after a few years, now you don't suck at it, but you actually get bad at it, right? So some extent, because let's say you do judo then, right? So you're the best judoka at your age, so you're 20. You're the best judoka at 20 right, in your country, or city, or whatever. No one can challenge you, right? You get bored by it. But then 25, you know, you're still pretty good at it, right? But you maybe stopped training for 5 years, and also other people who kept training are better than you, right? So I think it's pretty common actually. A lot of people actually lose out. They actually are better, they have higher potential than some other people, but they stopped training, they stopped practicing, not because they were bad, because they were so good they got bored by it. I think that is actually a pretty common issue people have, that are very talented into something, right? It doesn't have to be sport, it can be art, it can be anything, right? But if you're very, very talented into something, like Nagatoro is, of course, very talented in martial art, right? She's like basically an athletic genius, right? Yeah, Nagatoro is like a godlike martial artist, and of course then she gets bored by it. She's like, oh my god, it's boring. I stopped doing it because no one could ever beat me. She's like 100 wins in a row, you know. She's like, whatever. I stopped doing art instead because it's just boring, right? And then maybe someone eventually will be better, right? Yeah. So I think it's a relatable issue that a lot of people have actually. That's kind of where the One Punch Man, mentality comes from. That you actually have that issue where it's like, oh, I win too easily, so I get bored by it, right? It's just boring now, so I stop doing it, right? I think a lot of people have this issue, definitely. Please subscribe, press the like button, and what do you think about Oppai Senpai, man?